You did a wonderful job in this. And
Thank
were
you.
you kind of like fanboyish when you went into this whole experience?
Oh gosh, I can't begin to describe what a fanboy I was. I'm quite a movie nerd. And I introduced myself to foreign cinema quite young. So I've seen all of Zhang Yimou's films. I saw them in the movie theater. There was a tiny little one-house movie theater in Corona del Mar, California, which my family moved to when I was 12 years old, that I would walk to. And I saw the story of Qingdao there by myself. I went to New York at 18. I saw Shanghai Triad in 96, maybe 4 times at the Angelica movie theater. Next year, Good Will Hunting came out. I'd already seen Matt in School Ties and Courage Under Fire. So, you know, through my 20s and 30s, desperate to get a job, these were idols of mine that I finally got to work with.
Amazing.
It was amazing. It really was.
Yeah. And, you know, listen, people know you from that show, Game of Thrones.
That show.
Small little thing, of course. But that's a grand
Big
scale.
G, little O, big T.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's a grand scale production, yes.
Yes.
This, I mean,
The
my
next level.
goodness, tell me about working on something like this.
Doing Game of Thrones, for example, I remember, you know, sitting during Tyrion's trial and being like, this is not television. This feels like a huge movie. What's happening right now? And then to go and do my first studio film, and for the sets to kind of double in size, and to have someone like Matt Damon standing next to me, who's done I don't know how many movies, most of which I've seen, and say that he's never been on a set this big and this beautiful, and for it to be my first, like I said, studio film was surreal. And he was right. That's what it felt like. As big as it looks is as big as it felt making.
Yeah.
There were so many. We were like kids in an amusement park. There's just one scene where we're in the inside of we're in kind of like the belly of the wall, and all of the churning sort of wheels and stuff like that. And on the day we were like, oh, look at that! Oh, how's that one? Where you get that? Will that break? Can we walk up? Can we do it? You know what I mean?
You guys were like brothers in arms in this, though.
Yeah.
Did you get along immediately with Matt?
We did, yeah. We did. I in previous interviews I've been making jokes about what an awful person he is, but now it's just not going to be funny anymore. We got along instantly. He came to say hi to me on my first day when I was like in the makeup chair trying on like, you know, a big beard and a beautifully made but uncomfortably worn wig, and we became instant friends.
Yeah.
And sort of like travel partners. His family kind of adopted me, and all of us had this sort of like 5-month experience in China together.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
what a great experience.
It really was.
I was saying to you when I walked in, I mean, Narcos is seriously one of my favorite series on Netflix. Like I didn't know after 1 that what they were going to do with 2, and oh my god. But seriously, like what's so great about Netflix is that people can just tune in, you know, 15 years from now and just
Yeah.
discover stuff like that. What kind of an experience was it for you to work on a show like that?
I'm still working on it now. We're in the middle of doing season 3, and it's just gotten better and better. There was starting any show, there's this, experience of sort of trial and error and kind of like figuring it out. And it was this huge adventure because here we are, all of us in Colombia together, and now that we've found our footing and are doing season 3. I'm just enjoying it like I never have before. I really love it down there, and it's become kind of a second home, and in a similar sense where we get to visually kind of capture where we actually are, because that's predominantly location shooting, and so we're getting to see all of Colombia just like we got to see all of China doing this movie. And that for me kind of is the best part, for people to be able to watch and sort of like, have that visual experience and that be part of the narrative,
Well, you do such a good job in everything
Thank
that you
you.
do. It's such a pleasure to meet you, and congratulations on this. I loved your character in this. I
you.
would go on a road trip with you anytime.
You would, ya?
For sure.
I'll protect you.
At least you can ride a horse, for God's sake.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, good
I'm
stuff.
pretty good on a horse.
You were pretty
So's
good.
Matt.
Yeah, I'll take both of you.